Did you know that nearly half of young people, 47% to be exact, have received intimidating, threatening, or nasty messages online? Children and young people are using social media for longer periods and using multiple profiles across those medias, some of which are even hidden and secretive. There is a connection between intensive social media use and mental ill health. Of children currently experiencing a mental health problem, over two-thirds, or 68%, say they have experienced cyberbullying in the last year. All of these statistics come from InternetSafety101.org. I have two girls, both of which got phones at a pretty young age, and there are definitely things I have learned not to do that others may find beneficial. I'll explain some of the things that have worked for us and things that we've learned that don't work for us as well, and why I believe that iPhones are easier to use when it comes to parental controls. First, let me talk about some suggestions I've learned that are beneficial no matter which style of phone you use. The greatest tools that a parent can have is a contract that their child can sign. This contract is something that you work together with your child on that lays out some basic ground rules, let's say, for a cell phone. And whatever those are, the child also needs to help you gather the consequences. That way they've got buy-in for what will happen if they don't follow the rules, and what you can do to help enforce the rules better. And this contract may change over time. Obviously, if they get a phone when they're 14, the rules may be a little bit different than when your child is, say, 17 or even 16. So the rules, be prepared to bend the rules, or not bend the rules, but change the rules here and there as they get older. Another thing I have found that works well is having your child turn in their phone at night and not keeping it in their rooms at night. I have a lot of friends who have said they even have a rule that there's no cell phones allowed in bedrooms at all. We just have them turn them in at night. That way they're not looking at their phone all throughout the night. But whatever you decide works best for you and your family, it all boils down to just keeping your children safe from all the yuckiness that is out there, and even from all the addiction issues that can occur with having a smartphone. Now, for the difference between iOS or Apple versus Android, this is a big debate that people get pretty worked up over. You're either on one side of the fence or the other, but depending on which one you like, they both have good features. However, the iPhone, I feel, is a lot more user-friendly and easy to use. We learn on safewise.com that Androids do tend to work better with a lot of apps because they are an open operating system. However, I have never found this to be an issue with Apple. I've never had an issue working around specific apps. So Androids do have some great features, but again, the iOS is a lot more user-friendly. On my daughter's iPhones, I can place a passcode on them that not only locks them out of certain controls, but gives them timers as well. And these timers I'm able to set. I'm able to have what they call downtime, which is almost like a bedtime, where their phone shuts off at 10 o'clock at night and then starts back up at 7 a.m. That way they can't sit on their phone texting or browsing the internet or whatever throughout the night. If they were to have their phone through the night. These controls, I am also able to set a timer for social media, and I bundle up all of her different types of social media, meaning Instagram and Visco are a couple of the ones she uses. I only allow her an hour a day to look at all these sites, and that includes even YouTube, things like that, where once she hits that hour, so she may spend 20 minutes on one, 30 minutes on another, but once she hits an hour, it shuts all of those down for the day, and she has to ask for permission and get the passcode from me. I have to punch in the passcode in order to give her more time for the day. That works even at the bedtimes. If she were to try and do something, it would ask for a passcode, and she would have to come to me to get me to punch that in. Webwatcher.com also states that the iOS platform also offers the ability to see text messages, including ones that have been deleted, see photos, website history, call log history, and app usage. I can see how long she spends on every app she has. I can check out her website history, what she's browsing. I can actually go in and put parental controls on what she's allowed to see, get rid of anything that's explicit or what they consider adult content. I have filters on those so she can't even see those kind of sites. On safewise.com, they also say that the iCloud feature is a great asset and allows for the option of seeing your child's emails. So just another tool if that works for you. But my favorite feature I have is Find My iPhone. And I have this on everybody's phone in my house. And I get told by my girls that this is really creepy and that I may be taking it a little too far sometimes. But there's been times I've caught them when they tell me they're somewhere and I can tell they're not really there. They're somewhere else. So I do like Find My iPhone. We've even had phones get left places and I've been able to find it because of Find My iPhone. It shows where the phone is located at all times and gives me real-time view of where they're at, what they're doing. It also has a driving feature where it can tell if you're in a vehicle moving fast. So it'll a lot of times think you're driving and not allow text messages or phone calls to come in while they're driving. And that one's been awesome too. So in conclusion, getting a phone for your child can be scary and make you feel like you're kind of entering uncharted territory. But know that there are some great tools out there that parents can use to help keep your child safe. Just make sure you do your homework, choose the best option, but know that Apple is the best. Thanks.